One Friday Fights 94 is live this Friday, 17th of January at 2:30 South African time. It is from Lupini, Bangkok, Thailand, and it is live on the YouTube page. I will be breaking down the fight card next in Fighting with Friends. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Fighting with Friends. It's your boy, Brother Guy, and I'm back today to do another breakdown and predictions of One Friday Fights 94. As you can see it on screen, it's going to be live this Friday, like I mentioned earlier. And let me get straight into it without further ado. I'm excited about this fight card because it does feature Otis Waghorn, who I think is actually a fantastic fighter. I think he's going to become a fan favorite very, very quickly. So let me get into the fight card. I'm not going to focus too much on the entire card because there's quite a few debutants on this card. So a lot of these fighters are fairly new. I haven't really seen any of them fight before, so I'm very, very curious to see what the showing is going to look like this weekend. But as you know, one championship is notorious for putting on fantastic, fantastic fights. Okay, we're going to start from the top of the card. Just bring that up on the screen for you there. And the top of the card, the main event, we see the fight between Puengluang taking on Akif Guluzada, and this is going to be a firework of a fight. I'm telling you right now, from minute one, get your popcorn ready. If you're going to be available in time to watch this fight, probably going to be live. This particular fight is probably going to be live at around 6 p.m. Friday night. 6 p.m. South African time Friday night. Remember to be live on YouTube, so time off work for South Africans, coming home, having a beer. I recommend going onto YouTube, check out One Championship at the time. You're probably going to be just in time to catch either the co-main event or this main event. All right, so this fight is quite interesting because I'm a fan of what Puengluang, only 25 years old. He's got the One Championship, currently stands at 7 wins, 2 losses, 0 no contest. He's got 3 wins by KO, 53% finishing rate. In his last fight, he fought against he lost, unfortunately, with third round KO. His last fight before that, he beat Samming Dam by unanimous decision, and that was also a very good fight. Puengluang is very, very good with his boxing. He knows how to use his reach really well. Very much of a forward pusher kind of fighter. Doesn't really take his time like a lot of the Thai fighters. You know, they kind of walk you down, they chop your leg, they chop your body, and they kind of like, it's a kind of a slow-paced fight before in round 2 or 3 where they put on the pace and start coming at you with a lot more faster strikes. Puengluang is that kind of fighter. He starts from the first minute. He starts with fire. He throws heat at you immediately. All right. That being said, his opponent Akif Guluzada is only 19 years old. He's recorded 2 wins, 0 losses, and 0 no contests. 1 win by KO. He also beat Samming Dam by TKO in his last fight, and that was a phenomenal show. The dude was literally like, he was playing Tekken, and he was just tapping buttons because my man was just combo after combo, spinning back. He's got a very similar style to on Dash Brothers, who just recently fought that we watched last week. Akif has got a very similar style to them, very, very similar. But what I like about Akif, though, is he's a bit more humble, if that makes sense. And he's a little bit more calculated when he fights. When he doesn't just go in there and then lets the bombs go. No, like the Dash Brothers, they tend to just start the fire bang and just put themselves in the line of fire. Whereas Akif is measured, you know, he picks his shots, and then once he sees he has you, you can expect the man to sort of unload all the combos that he has in his arsenal of strikes. So this fight's going to be a kind of fight where we're going to have 2 guys pretty much butt heads. Whoever takes up to the center of the ring first and maintains that center, or maintains the movement of the fight, probably going to win the fight. I do put the speed advantage in Akif. He's a bit taller as well, if I'm not mistaken. We'll just quickly double confirm that. I do think that he's slightly taller. He is 5'9". He's 5.9 feet, so almost 6 foot tall, just a couple of 2 feet under. And then we have Puengluang, who is at 5'6". Right, so it's a 3-inch advantage, and that's going to probably be quite a massive advantage for Akif in this fight, particularly that he's the faster fighter as well. And he probably has the cleaner boxing. I think I'm kind of almost pointing at it as if it's a foregone conclusion here, but Puengluang is a fighter, and he's a fantastic dude, and he's a go-getter. He only has 2 losses, and those 2 losses came against like I said, don't forget, and who's the other guy? I think it was Zhao Suyai. Yeah, Chao Siai was the other guy that beat him. So he took losses to some really good fighters. Fantastic main event for one championship put on this Friday, one Friday Fights 94. But if I must give you a person that's going to win the fight, I'm gonna go with Akif Guluzada. I think he's the one that is got a little bit more to offer, even though they're both really young. I just think that Akif is not as one-dimensional. Not that Puengluang is one-dimensional, but he only has a set list of moves that he can sort of deploy, whereas Akif can take the fight any way he wants to. I really do think that the kickboxers that are transitioning into Muay Thai are becoming quite a puzzle for the Thai fighters to fight against, because kickboxing guys aren't gonna fight you with only use 1 to 2 strikes at a time. They're gonna throw 4 or 5 strikes at a time, and that's difficult to deal with. For a lot of the Thai fighters, it's difficult to deal with that. So that's gonna be a fantastic main event. I cannot wait to do that one. So let me know in the comments between Puengluang and Akif Guluzada, who do you have winning that main event? And also, before I move on, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Smash the like button if you like the content. Keep us and help us grow into reach our landmarks on this YouTube platform. All right, let's keep it moving. Also, very important, I like the engagement that's what we're getting in on some of our videos of late. You guys are commenting on there, and I really do appreciate that. And giving me and my team a lot more encouragement to keep doing this. It just brings a lot of pleasure and joy to our lives to see that there's a community out there that's watching One Championship, and we love to talk about doing that. Please. All right, let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen, to the co-main event. Let's move that on screen there for you. Yep. Right, the co-main event, we see Pichichai taking on Parin. All right, Pichichai is only 29 years old. His record in One Championship is currently 2 wins, 1 loss, 0 no contest. He beat Pit Nampong by split decision in his last fight. He's only lost to, of course, he was truly the one and only Ramadan and Dash. That name's gonna be a name that's gonna be thrown around a lot in 2025 for sure. Pit Parin, 27 years old, record in One Championship, 2 wins, 0 losses, 0 no contests. He's got 2 wins by unanimous decision, and he beat Thai by unanimous decision in his last fight. Catchweight fight before this, as you can see on screen, is at flyweight. I forgot to mention that, which is really exciting. As you know, here at Fighting with Friends, I've been talking about these catchweight situations, and I do feel that when fighters are fighting in a weight class, that's going to be a fight that's got a lot on the line. Right? Not that this fight doesn't in the common event, it just obviously simply means that these two guys are going to have to win in on a particular vision going forward. Okay, how do I think this fight's going to play out? Pichichai is a fantastic boxer. Forward pressure. One of the Thai Muay Thai fighters that doesn't necessarily look like a traditional Thai fighter when he goes forward. He has almost a Western style boxing, but I do notice that he has a tendency to overextend his shots, and then he also comes in very wide with them. Although those kind of punches do pack a lot of heat, they also take a little bit longer to get to the target. They take more time to get to the target. And that's where I find where he can be caught. Pit Parin is a very good fighter in the sense of how to navigate a duration of a fight. Doesn't necessarily get that many finishes, but he knows how to win rounds. He knows how to keep the pressure forward. He knows how to stay on his opponent long enough to actually win the majority of the fight. That's how he won most of his fights in the One Championship as well. And I do think that it's going to be a competitive fight. I think he's slightly taller than Pichichai, but I don't know if he's going to get the work job done in this one. I do feel that Pichichai is going to be slightly more powerful, going to be a little bit more aggressive, I think. Pit Parin is going to have to be smooth and slick and sort of get in and out and not stay in the line of fire, because if he does, it's going to be a bit of a you punch, I punch kind of fight, and I think he's going to get up short if that's the case. So Pit Parin is going to have to navigate the footwork in this one, distance, don't get backed up in the corner. He finds himself going into a corner, move laterally, throw out some deep, chop the legs off the track. Don't give him that chance to let his hands go, because once he does, he's looking for those knockout blows. So I'm going to go Pichichai. I think if he can be patient, if he can be patient and pick his shots, not rush, gets the job done nice and easy. Maybe even a round 2 knockout. But this fight's going to be one of those really tricky ones because you got the aggressive brawler versus the tactician. It's one of those kind of fights, and most times I'm always going with the tacticians. Fights like that where you're fighting against hard brawlers, they just need to do once and then you finish. So yeah, I'm gonna go with just because it is a Muay Thai fight, MMA, and these guys are not gonna wrestle, which means it's gonna be a fighter's puncher's chance. And for that, I'm gonna Chichai. That is the co-main event, ladies and gentlemen. Give me your thoughts on that one. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I do feel like there are more people out there that know more about these fighters than myself and some of them. Please share. Put it in the comment. Let us know who you have winning this co-main event. And you can definitely catch these fights live again on the One Championship YouTube page this Friday at 2 South African time. Let's keep it moving. The next fight I'm going to be talking about is not so much of the main card, although these fights are all really new to me. Some of these guys actually are debutants. I'm going to keep it going to a fight that I'm really watching. Here we go. I'm interested in watching the whole card. But one I'm going to talk about is the ones I've seen before, and I've kept tabs on them. NF Lucas One is definitely a fight that I've kept tabs on. I've watched this pretty much his debut fight in the One Championship. He's only 22 years old. His record is 1-0-0. I think he has one loss. 1 win, 0 losses. He's beaten Puengluang by KO in the second round. That was a fantastic fight. His opponent, his name is In Lak Pai, and he's his debut in the One Championship. So it's going to be pretty much a different canvas for me when it comes to In Lak Pai. I'm keen to see what's going to happen in this one because of the kind of style that Hearn has. Hearn has got this full composure kind of boxing. He moves forward really well. It's a lot of speed. There's a very good body switch kick. Fights out of his right hand, but very smooth. He can switch stances. And like I said, his boxing is very Western style, smooth, straight down the line. His combinations are fantastic to watch. He's got really good footwork. I was really impressed with this debut fight, so that's why I'm keeping tabs on this one. I'm obviously going to tip it towards Hearn, but I'm going to just put an asterisk next to my prediction for that fight, just because I don't want to be that confident on a decision when I haven't really seen the other guy fight before. So I have no information to work off about what his style is like and what he can present as a problem for Hearn. I do think he's taller than Hearn, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just get that information up for myself to have a look quickly. The One Championship has put it up there. 5'2" for Henlek Fai. And Hearn, I think, is also around 5'4", 5'4", so slightly taller. So there we go. This is going to be the first time I'm going to see Hearn fighting someone that's shorter than him. So this is going to be an interesting fight to watch. But I'm gonna go with Hearn. I'm very excited to watch him fight again. He's got a really fabulous style to watch, very entertaining as well. So 22 years old, one for the future, legend, one for the future. But your thoughts on him, why? If you've seen him fight before, what are your thoughts about what he's like? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think about this fight. As you can hear, I'm tipping towards Hearn. Okay, let's keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen, to the main event of the undercard. This is the fight that brought my attention to this card. And we have Otis Waghorn taking on Pentor Kansart. And those names right. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the last one. Paeminburi. Okay, Otis Waghorn, 22 years old, fighting out of England. His record in the One Championship: 1 win, 1 loss. Contest. He's got 1 win by TKO. That TKO came. That fight was against Conklai. Massive. He lost to Suakim in his last fight by majority decision. Suakim is a badass mofo, very badass mofo, fantastic fighter, very creative. Knows how to navigate against opponents that are outside of Thailand. I'm not surprised he lost that. Okay. Cool things about Otis, why I'm excited about this guy is because he's fighting, as you can see on screen, this is a catchweight fight at 143. So if he can make it to 140, he's going to be a good contender in the featherweight division. What he has over a lot of the featherweight guys is that he's basically 6'4". I think Bampara is the only Bampara, Kuyate, and Luke Lissay or Luke Lisi is probably the only two fighters in the featherweight division that is touching 6 foot. So they might give him a bit of a problem in terms of reach advantage. Soakim beat him because Soakim was just more experienced and knew how to navigate against foreign styles. So that's why he lost that fight. But he knocked out Conklai, who's also a very big featherweight guy. Otis is all fights with his reach really well. Pretty much of a foot pressure kind of guy. He's got good strikes. He's also kind of durable, even though he got I think he got dropped against Conklai, I'm not mistaken. Or Soakim. Other two fights he got dropped. But he came back and he fought back really well and he was able to recover. I mean, that's the vibrance of your youth, isn't it? So he came back and recovered really well and took the fight forward. And he's a forward pressure kind of guy and bring momentum. And when he got this almost 6 foot frame, I mean, he's 5'11", but he's pretty much 6 foot. If you got the size frame coming forward and sort of like cutting off your angles, not giving you a chance to move out, frightening thing to fight against. And Otis Waghorn is that kind of guy. So I think he's gonna be one for the books. He's gonna be one for the organization. Hopefully, I hope that his next fight is not gonna be a catchweight. I hope he fights the weight guy. Gonna lose. I need to fight someone in the division because it's gonna be beneficial for his career if he does something like that. Chase down the title. That's after you can go. Pentor, Equity One Championship. He's only 20 years old. 2 wins, 0 losses, 0 no contest. He beat Tong Saim by decision in his last fight. Pretty much a decision kind of guy. Also just goes all the way, which means he's got a very good gas tank to be able to do that. He can last the distance. I'm just a little bit concerned for him in this one. I do think he's going to come up against someone that's not going to give him the time of day, sort of put his foot down and dictate the pace. Otis Waghorn is the kind of guy who dictates the pace. So, and he comes from a Dutch style kickboxing style of fighting. So for that reason, I think he's going to be the one that's going to be the overwhelming favorite for me. Put the pressure on Pentor, and get the job done. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about that one. When Otis is going to be the guy that's going to climb the ranks for me. Like I said, 22 years old, so one for the future there as well. Okay, we keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen, to the last fight that I'm going to be breaking down on this card. There are other fights that's going to be taking place as well. But on the undercard, I'm going to just scroll down to like that. We have Natalia Diachkova taking on Taylor McLatchy. This is the women's strawweight Muay Thai, and I'm actually excited for this one because the last time I saw Natalia fight, she fought against Smilla Sindel, and she lost that fight unfortunately. And she did well in the first I think she did well in the first round, and then Smilla was just like, I'm gonna fuck your ass up and then take it down, just annihilated her. Natalia is 30 years old, on championship, 4 wins, 1 loss, no contest, 2 wins by KO, 1 win by KO with a 75% finish rate. She was in a 4-fight winning streak before she lost to the current champion. Now, same. As for Taylor McLatchy, she's only doing her 1 championship debut in this fight against Natalia, which is the former title contender. So I don't have much to work off Taylor, to be quite honest. In terms of Natalia Diachkova, I'm a fan. I am really a fan. She's a hard-hitting woman, got good reach, good length. She knows how to use that jab, work off the jab, work off in terms of the heavy punches. I do think that this fight is feeling a little bit like a tune-up fight for Natalia. Get her name back into that at for a title contention. So I personally feel like we're going to see a schooling in this fight. A masterclass from Natalia Diachkova is going to basically annihilate Taylor in this fight. So, yeah, if you think I'm wrong and you have more to say about Taylor, please again share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that one. But I personally feel like Natalia is just going to go in there and show. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my preview and predictions for this fight card. Obviously, there are a number of other fights on this fight card that's going to take place. As you can see, as I scroll down on the undercard, Ayat Al-Badr versus Ana Ayashi is a strawweight Muay Thai fight, so that's obviously going to be a fight that's going to go. It's got some implications for the division, so that's fantastic. Below that, we have Ramazan Karimov taking on Irzan Ulu. This is also a featherweight MMA. Again, there's some weight to that fight. Then below that, we have Fajer taking on Jean-Claude Saklag. Flyweight MMA. So that's another fight where we have implications to the division. Looking forward to that fight and also this fight card. It is one Friday Fights 94, which will be taking place this Friday, the 17th of January, on One Championship's YouTube page. Will be at 2 South African time. So stay tuned for this minimum. I'm your boy, brother guy. If you made this far, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You will catch myself and the panel when we recap this particular event, as well as the UFC 311 particular event this Sunday, 19th of January. It won't be Saturday, unfortunately, because we will be busy with some other things outside of this. So we will get to that recap Sunday. So stay tuned for that. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, stay blessed, enjoy the rest of what's this week. I'll catch you on the weekend. Cheers.